Hello everyone, it's Charlton. Please subscribe to my channel, tap the notification bell, I'd appreciate it majorly. So the Texas Department of Public Safety has issued a statewide Amber Alert for these two girls right here. They're sisters. And so one girl's name is Sarah Hall, the other girl's name is Natalie Hall. One is 13, the other's 11. They were both last seen at 4 in the morning today. But beyond that, there's almost no information regarding, the circumstances whether under which they were abducted. It states that they were abducted, and the authorities believe they may be in grave or serious danger. But there's no indication as to like a suspect or who could have potentially abducted that, whether they're revealing that or not. I mean, it's kind of weird. It's obviously strange that two sisters, two girls are abducted together. Whether that's a family member, I don't know. It's obviously pretty shocking. Two girls to be abducted at 4 in the morning. It says that they were last seen at the 100 block of East Water Plant Road in Santo, Texas. Santo, Texas is a very small town west of Fort Worth by about 50 miles or so. Fort Worth and Dallas, which are basically next to each other. And it's a tiny, tiny little town that has a population of just a few hundred or something like that. I mean, it has over at Wikipedia, from 2008, which is quite dated, a population of like 208 people or something like that. So it's a very, very tiny, small little town. And let me try to do this again because I didn't use East Water Plant Road. If that changes, it does a little bit. So somewhere, in this vicinity, but it's still, fairly sparse, and there's not a lot of homes that are, in that area. I mean, those are homes there. I'm just saying it's not like, one after another of tons of homes. It's very sparsely populated. Santo, Texas, it says in 2008 had 315 people. I'm sure it has more than that, but it's just extremely small. So I'd be stunned if this wasn't somebody that was known to them, but they're not revealing that. It just says, and then I'll go over some of the details of the Amber Alert issued by the Texas Department of Public Safety, which I believe they may have the two girls crisscrossed in terms of which one they're saying is the 13-year-old and which one they're saying is the 11-year-old. So there's no comment about family members or anything like that. There were no details available on a suspect or vehicle at this point. Law enforcement officials believe these children to be in grave or immediate danger, the Amber Alert said, although further information about the circumstances of their disappearance were not immediately released. Whether or not they were seen, last seen at a residence, inside a residence, or on the road there at the 100 block of East Water Plant Road is just not, not reported. So we just don't know. And each report is pretty much the same thing over and over again, which is just the Amber Alert. But in this, in this and this was just issued by the Texas Department of Public Safety at 7 p.m. And it's only Texas is an hour behind us on the East Coast, so it was only 2 hours ago that this Amber Alert was issued. My understanding is that a number of conditions are required in order for the authorities. They're required to meet certain parameters in order to be able to issue the Amber Alert. I mean, it's by law, but although sometimes they do deviate from that because of the circumstances and because of the nature or somebody who's in grave danger, and they go ahead and issue it anyways. But usually they need to have knowledge that they were taken and that they were taken in a vehicle and a couple other things, but I don't know what the law is in Texas. In any event, they're both like 5 foot, 100 pounds, and like I said, one is Sarah's 11, Natalie's 13, but I believe these two pictures should be, I could be wrong though, I have no idea. I think these two pictures, I think this is Natalie and this is Sarah, because Natalie says brown hair and she's the older child, 13, And Sarah says blonde hair, and she's the younger child. And to me, that looks like the younger child, and it looks like blonde hair. And this looks like the older child, and it looks like brown hair. In my opinion, I'm fairly certain that even though this is the Amber Alert issued by the Texas Department of Public Safety, which was, retweeted by Texas Alerts and many other, outlets and so forth. But I think those pictures are backwards. I think that's Natalie, and I think that's Sarah. So I think that's Natalie and that's Sarah. But I could be wrong. I think that maybe not. I mean, maybe not. They both seem to have like sandy blonde, brown hair. So two sisters, Natalie and Sarah Hull. There's an Amber Alert issued for them. They've been abducted, according to the authorities. No other information on who is, a suspect who could have been behind their abduction. And if the authorities believe they're in serious or grave danger. It's pretty crazy. Two sisters taken at 4 a.m. Pretty unusual. And, it's just a tiny little town. It's kind of out in the middle of Texas, 50 miles west of Fort Worth. There's Santo, Texas right there. There's Fort Worth and Dallas. And it's been 17 hours. Is that right? 4 to 9. It is 17 hours since they were last seen. Who were they last seen by? They just don't give you any information other than what I just told you. We'll see. That's the story there, man. Thanks for watching my videos. Please subscribe to my channel. Give me a like down below. I'll see you in the next video. Later, man.